Hello everyone. How's everyone doing? This is Grace with Grace on a Journey Channelings. Welcome to my newcomers and to those of you returning, my fellow travelers, welcome back. You are appreciated. Today's topic is in the energy of decluttering. You might win some, but you just lost one. We'll be going over the correlations between mind, body, and soul when it comes to relationship wellness. Now, I'm being guided to begin with the spread. And as we move along, the channeled message will be downloaded and processed with the goal of healing. The first card we have for today is happiness, contentment, blissful relationship. Next card is joy, confirming joy. And I'm being led to tell you that happiness, contentment, blissful relationship can also be an experience that you experience with self. A lot of us believe that in order to be in the energy of happiness or in the energy of bliss, that you need to be in some type of connection with another. And the truth is, it's supposed to come from within. Once it comes from within, it activates the energy around you and attracts more of it to come. This is why we are encouraged to live a life of gratitude, give thanks at all opportunities, be in the frame of mind that is of a thankful nature. And that's because it attracts more things for you to be thankful for. And it also attracts those that have gratitude for your presence as well. All that to say, don't neglect self-love when you are focusing on ideas regarding blissfulness and how you would want to experience it. And why is everyone else experiencing it? Why haven't I experienced it? Half the time you are in your own way. The reason why you haven't experienced it is because you've never given yourself a second look. You've never taken the time to be the focus. Sometimes that comes about after, believe it or not, some type of twist and turn that you didn't expect to be part of the journey. But once it happened, and you had to sit down, because sometimes in life you need to take a seat. Sometimes you need to take several seats. Sometimes just to check yourself. You see, even when you've been done wrong, okay, you've been cheated on, you've been talked about, mistreated, you need to take a seat as well. You need to know, how did that energy penetrate my good energy? How did it get in that bubble of protection? Was my prayer life as it should be? Was I following my intuition? Was I in the energy of balance? You don't do that just because a speaker is suggesting that to you. You do that in order to gather the lesson in its totality, so you don't have to repeat this class again. So you can get through the cycle and move on to things that are more attractive to you. It takes a foundation. It takes building blocks. So the first step is to get out of denial, right? And the second step is to accept the circumstance. Being this party dishonored me in such manner, offended me in such manner, betrayed me in such manner. But how did you offend yourself? How did you betray yourself? One of the ways you can offend yourself is dismissing your needs or pushing your needs to the back of the line and honoring another before you honor yourself. That's not how things work. Your gift of life is called a gift because it is a gift. You are God's present to the world. How do you cherish yourself? How do you regard yourself? Do you see yourself in God's eyes? If so, when weighing out choices and making decisions, you won't automatically find yourself in the back of the line each and every time. And I say this because, yes, as parents, Many times we do sacrifice ourselves. But that's a different topic for another day. Our focus mainly today is in relation to those of us that are seeking some type of validation in the form of companionship. Feeling less than when we are not in a relationship. Feeling unworthy of love when someone is not showering us with love. When it should be ourselves that takes the first step in that direction. You see, that party you're seeking love from needs to love themselves before they even regard you. And that's not in the energy of selfishness. It's not in the energy of not being there for one another, not giving and taking. It's not in that energy at all. The thing is, you have to be in the right frame of mind to be available, balanced, and at your best capacity to perform in relating to another. In order to attain that type of direction, it requires self-care. And there are many of you that this is what I'm being told. Many of you deep inside have conversations and say the reason why you don't love yourself is because you don't have it in you. You've never loved yourself. You don't know how to. And I'm here to lend you a hand by sharing with you that it begins with self-care. As I've gone over with you several times before, it's all connected. Mind, body, and soul. As you devote more time to yourself, for example, your body, you make sure you get adequate rest, good nutrition, you're hydrated, you keep your body at a temperature you're comfortable with. You make sure you keep your doctor appointments and you keep up with your supplements, and you don't just rely on treating. You make prevention part of the journey by taking your herbal concoctions, and some of them that I mentioned was turmeric and others garlic or whatever else you want to incorporate. Sometimes it's in relation to your culture and your cuisine. The ancestors use what they use because they benefited from what they were using. This is why it's important for you to learn more about your origins and be able to practice their way of life, the path of wisdom. That journey of self-care guides you every step of the way when it comes to self-love. The more you invest your energy in that department, okay, and in the mindset, because this is very important. For generations, as a population, we've been under the impression that self-care consists of going to the salon, all right, and beautifying what's on the outside. And that was a half lie. The half lies is what keeps us stuck and behind. We have to wake up to this entire journey. Yes, it benefits you to take care of the outside. It benefits for you to take care and keep up your hygiene. It benefits for you to take care and keep up, your hair trimming, your nails, whatever you need to do. But half-assing it, for lack of a better word, is not going to get you to the destination, the thorough destination that you're trying to arrive at, which is called self-love. The more you invest in yourself, the more you attract self-love. And the more you attract self-love, the more you attract wiser choices as it pertains to you, your well-being, your present, your past, and obviously your future. Now, if you question what does she mean by her past? Your past is long behind, but we must revisit. We must revisit. It's at those times that we revisit, that's when we heal our inner child. There are things you've been avoiding. There are things you don't want to look back at. There are things that are still affecting you in your present situation because you're still running. And there comes a point where you get tired of running. And as overwhelming as all of this sounds, those two words, self-love, it's as easy as one step at a time. Just do the next right thing. You wake up, you don't feel like getting out of bed. You don't feel like drinking a glass of water, adding a piece of lime. You don't feel like it. But doing the next right thing, getting that room temperature water, drinking it as you pray over it, as you bless yourself. I am healthy. I am hydrated. I am making wiser choices. I am showing myself love. Especially of those of you that are in battle with depression. And I always like to clarify anger towards self. That is depression. For accepting nonsense. For accepting toxicity. People, places, and things over their expiration dates. And allowing energy transfers that brought you to lower vibrations. Now, it's as reversible as you invest your time. Okay? Self-care also associates with being part of a community. Not any kind of community, especially not the shallow types. Confirmation. Let's get that straight. We're referring to the healing types, the safe places, the support groups. The group therapies, the one-on-one, the individual therapies. And I'm being led to say this. It doesn't matter how you respond. As I said, I am here to deliver what I receive. And as a messenger, regardless of your approval, your validation, or lack of appreciation, I have to say things how they come. Confirmation. And what's coming to me right now, I'm aware a lot of you subscribe to some type of religious affiliation. And I want to tell you, I respect that. That is your choice. And you are in the freedom of doing so. Stay in that mindset of you are free. You understand? But in search for self-care, do not get that twisted. Confirmation. Do not get that twisted with mental health professionals and the avenues they can help you arrive to. Because a lot of people in certain communities always utilize that type of excuse. It is what it is. Excuse. Oh, you're depressed? That's because you're not praying enough. You need to pray your way out of that. Prayer is part of the process. But as I already explained to you, you need to care for yourself in its totality. So as much as you pray for yourself or seek prayer, be careful I'm saying be careful who you're seeking the prayer from. Be careful who you let lay hands on you. I'm just going to tell you what I know to be true. Okay? Cause you don't want just anybody to lay hands on you. But in that process, invite the mental health professionals as well. They are part of your journey to achieving wellness or attaining and maintaining wellness. Okay? It's time for us to put down the trash. I know what I'm saying is not what all of you want to be hearing, but the truth is what's going to set us free. You understand? It's trash to say that there is only one way to help you to arrive at healing. It's trash to say that it is only by way of Western medicine that one can achieve good health. All of us have contributions to the highest of vibrations. And I'm speaking of all of us as the people that we come from. Okay? Different backgrounds, different races, different countries, different traditions, different cultures, different beliefs. Our downfall is the competition. Our downfall is the narcissism. Our downfall is the division. Because the ones with the open mind, the ones with the bird eye views, they are seeing how the dots connect, how it all makes sense, how the puzzle can be put together. But when you're just focused, nope, it's this way or the highway. That's not how my mama did it. That's not how my grandmama did it. In fact, that's not in this book. If it's not in the book, there it is not valid. If my family doesn't agree to it, if my family doesn't see this perspective, then that's just nonsensical. That is what is keeping you stuck. The disrespect of self. Because if you respect yourself, you respect all. Because you understand the worthiness of self and the connection of self to all. As you find yourself worthy, you find the next man worthy. Utilizing your discretion when they are on their demon time. That's something I hear people using around the way. Demon time when they're in their addictions, when they're off track, when they're regressing, whatever the case is. As you recall, I'm all about decluttering. That was the title. In the energy of decluttering, you might win some, but you just lost one. There are certain people you need to sweep out. Places, things, energies, whatever that is not in alignment with your highest good. We need to focus on relationship wellness. And as I shared before, it begins with the relationship you have with yourself. If that never even crossed your mind, you having a relationship with yourself, you that far behind. Okay? That's part of the problem. Those of you that have issues with being silent, those of you that have issues with being able to look at yourself in the mirror, being able to be comfortable with self-reflection, being able to listen to your thoughts. See, that's part of the problem. The foundation is off course. There will be no success in a relationship that is long term. You may feel you've arrived at success because you're in that moment of lust. But then later on, you feel like the floor is being taken under you because of the fact that you don't have no emotional connection. All you had is, yo, I got to tell you the messages as they come. All you had was the weave. All you had was the plastic surgeries. All you had was the money you got last week. See, those are all the ways that appear to give the illusion of attraction. Appearance, money. The illusion of power. The mask that we wear. So, as you are on the journey to self-love, care for your mind, okay? Yes, you have a primary care doctor. Well, you need a mental health doctor. I said it. No matter how you feel about it, no matter how you take it, because half of you with the issues are the ones who need it most. Confirmation. Half of you who believe you above that are the ones who need it most. In fact, you're the ones who are corrupting those that look up to you, that believe in you. That think you can guide and lead them through. Meanwhile, you are in full-blown addiction. You in the corner trying to pull this and this woman. Meanwhile, you're married. Disregarding the gifts that keep on giving. Disregarding that God is always watching. Disregarding what you are always preaching. Yes, you've let others down. You've let families down. You've let communities down. But the focus right now, in the energy of self-care, the focus right now, in the energy of self-care, the focus right now is you've let yourself down. This is why you find yourself light years away from what you might want to claim one day, which is, I have self-love. Self-love requires you being able to become comfortable with what's under that mask. You being able to live with yourself. Yeah, you being able to sit in the light and sit in the dark. Because a lot of you are comfortable in that dark. Because it gives you the illusion nobody sees me. Nobody knows me. In fact, what I'm doing in the dark, it's an illusion. It's not real. It's not real. That's not who I am. It's only what's in the light. I am my mask, right? I am what I choose to make others believe, right? The lies we tell ourselves, right? I'm hearing half-truths. Well, however you want to label it. Your half-truths are lies. The next card is a dreamy card. Like, the depiction on this card, like eyes are closed and sort of a trance. Flower power. Sunshine. Spirit filled. That joy comes from the high gained from her spiritual devotions. See, she takes care of her body. You can see it in the picture. But she takes care of her mind. You can see it in her meditation. But she's taking care of her soul. She's taking care of her spirit by connecting to spirit. She has her hands up in position to touch, to experience beyond what was once considered to be limits. She's going beyond the limit. She's blooming. In beauty. And it's from within. And it's surrounding all around. In fact, her will is in alignment with God's will. Joy comes from the Lord. Is it not? That is when you experience joy. When you are in alignment with your soul's purpose. When you are in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing. When there is no reservation, well, I shouldn't be here yet. Or I cheated some way. Or I know this is wrong. See, when you don't have those types of how should I put this? Torturing is the best way to describe it. Those torturing whispers of you not being in alignment, when you don't have that, when you're free of that, when you declutter your life of that, I know I should not be in this relationship. I know God does not approve of this relationship. I know God told me to walk away from this. You see, when you decluttered your life, when you aligned it to self-care, when you arrived to self-love, that is when you experience that blissful nature of exceeding joy. Reminding you it's building a proper foundation. Alignment to your soul's purpose, not her soul's purpose because it looks nice, or his soul's purpose because it makes him rich, or their soul's purpose because it gives them power. I'm speaking of, what's your story? Have you sat with God lately? Have you asked him to talk to you? Did you ask him what you should do? Because again, from the bird's eye view, we all have something to contribute. The issue is disalignment. Low self-esteem. Because you have no self-love. Because you don't prioritize self-care. Because you are imbalanced in your wellness. You're neglecting the mind. You're focusing on the body. Or you overdoing it on the body. And you push back the spirit. You don't have time for anything in relation to soul but soul food. That is the issue. The lack of alignment. It's all connected. And as we continue, you will see in repeat, in real time, that it is all connected. When one area is in lack, you are in lack. Whether you are lacking in care in relation to your body, in relation to your mind, in relation to your soul, you are in lack. Balance is the fruit of the universe. You cannot be at your best until you are balanced. Until you give time to your body. You take your walks. All right? You go swimming. You do your yoga. But then you eat right. You make sure that you keep check on your hygiene. Shoot, I have to say what I'm hearing. I just have to. You see, it's not always easy in delivery, okay? Because I just have to say, whether you like it or not, I just have to say what I'm hearing. Part of self-care, part of good hygiene, is utilizing wisdom, understanding that we are spiritual beings having a spiritual experience, having a human experience. And so, as you have those sexual experiences or sexual encounters or situationships or entanglement or whatever you call it, that is not practicing good hygiene. That is not self-care. Sex in exchange for money. Yeah, we had to go there. Power. Places. Things. Energy. Is not in alignment with good hygiene. In fact, is not in alignment with God. With high vibration. Is not respecting self. Is not loving self. You cannot expect to manifest what someone that loves themselves is manifesting when you lack that energy. That energy is not given. That energy comes from discipline. Are you disciplined? If you're disciplined, you can check yourself. I said if you're disciplined, you can check yourself. If you're never wrong, you've never been wrong, never will be wrong, that means you are not in the energy that is in alignment with the journey that takes you closer and closer to God. Okay? We just speaking the truth today. All right? We understand this is not going to assist in areas of popularity, of fitting in, of being welcomed or appreciated, but we're sticking to the energy of coming in our truth, because that is what brings us to healing. Okay? That does not mean sex does not take a part of self-love. Because when you love yourself, You love who loves you. Pay attention. When you love yourself, you love who loves you. That's self-love. I love you because you love me too. All right. When you get on that vibration, when you're vibing at that vibration, when you're called to be that divine union, when you're both putting that effort in, you will grow together. You will experience fruitfulness together. You will be the backbone of one another. You will comfort each other. That will be your safe place. You will be their peace. Wellness will be achieved as a team. In areas of mind, with that emotional connection, being able to learn from each other, being able to bounce ideas from each other, being able to love each other and affirming love languages, being able to sense elevations of moods or changes in moods, disturbances in moods. Body, understanding each other's bodies, understanding what's pleasing, understanding what's welcomed, understanding what's part of the journey. Understanding when each other needs rest, when one person needs rest, compromising, being there to care for each other. Those moments you're in pain, you need a massage or whatever the situation, just being in so much in sync. That you have coverage in all of those areas. And so, you being complete and your partner being complete, ultimate tongue-tied here. Ultimately brings you to a stage of completion when it comes to in search of. Because you both arrived to home. He is your home. She is your home. She is your gift. He is your gift. You both have recognition towards each other, and you reward each other with your days and your nights. Those of you who don't understand or who didn't understand, loving the one that loves you is also self-love. Well, there you have it. Settling is not self-love. It's not self-care. And this is why you will never be in the energy of self-love when you are settling. If you want to arrive at self-love, you must not settle. I'm being told you also must tell God what you want. We're not speaking about tall, dark, and handsome here. Speaking about, are you looking for someone that's honest? Someone with integrity? Someone that's tall, because that's all included. Mind, body, and soul. Someone that could intellectually stimulate you. Someone that shares your values, that sees God in you and you see God in them. Someone that defends you even in spirit. That went over some people's heads, but those who know. Someone you can communicate without even uttering a word. You sense each other's thoughts. They know when you're up. You know when they're down. Without the need of a visual. That's the reward of self-love. You attracted love. And you find yourself in joy. And you're experiencing spirit. And you bloom together. Continuing to spread seeds of joy. And being in a garden, a co-created garden that was built on teamwork. Next card is very important. Healing. Healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. A lot of you are still having issues in your present day relationships because of the issues you've had with your parents that you've never dealt with, that you've never healed, that you've never spoke of. That you've masked with your addictions, with your poor choices, with your lies, with your malintentions. All part of the issue. And this is why I will remind you that in order for you to arrive to self-love, once again, to be able to manifest things in that energy of self-love, because that's the energy of what is for your highest good. When you're in the energy of self-love, you're in the energy of what is for your highest good. So you have to do the self-care. You have to seek professional help. Those of you that are still holding on to resentments and grudges from issues with family. Those of you that cannot be in a relationship with the opposite sex and seeing your mother in that person or your father in that person. As the card reads, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. It's time for you to forgive your parents. As you declutter, you forgive, you move on, you open doors to new chapters. Confirmation. You invite what is right for you. We all have choices. We're so much in that energy of aiming towards self-love. It appears majority of the spread is in relation to that. Self-care. The next card is nurture yourself. And I'm getting mostly a vibe of in relation to spirituality here. Increase your prayer lives, people. Have something to believe in. I'm just going to tell you how it is, right? A lot of you don't believe in anything. And that's why you stand for anything. Have something to believe in. To have faith in. To gain your strength in. And attract the energy of protection. Protection from liars, from plots, from thieves. Everything that you don't see. But that your spirit team is on top of. Make time to breathe. Next card is time to decide. Make a decision based on your heart's true desires. You'll arrive at that moment that you decide to unite with truth. That is what will guide you in the right direction. Have you made peace with the truth of you? What is hurting you? What is keeping you in bondage? Why are you afraid to be great? Why do you feel unworthy? When did you feel unworthiness for the first time? Why are you afraid of getting treatment? Why don't you love yourself enough to give yourself a chance at healing? Why have you abandoned yourself? Who is greater than you that you can believe in? Who can set you free? Who is always a friend when you need one? Who after you? When should you make that change? When do you have time to look in the mirror? When will you have time to cry what you need to release? When will you accept you are partly to blame? When will you make that change that you claim you want to see in the world? When will you use your wise mind? Self-reflection. Try it. Next card is spouse. That's telling me after healing, after you decide to heal, some of you will arrive at spouse. Because you took time to decide. You made a choice based on your heart's true desires. You have a sturdy foundation. The sequence of the cards is also telling me, confirmation, is also telling me that before you seek a spouse or you accept a spouse, you must make time to decide that it's time to heal. All right? You have to take that step because that will assist your foundation, that will assist your success, that will assist you to be in alignment with your soul's purpose. Some of you are overlooking something important. Who you are in union with is also part of your soul's purpose. You are in union with them in order to assist each other in completing your soul's purpose. You are a team. And this is why when you compete, it doesn't succeed. Because you are to have each other's backs. A divine union is established in order for you to fulfill your callings. So people cannot just substitute or pretend or X out whoever it is that is supposed to be in the divine union with an individual, because that interferes with God's calling. And what we're also overlooking, a lot of us in the quote-unquote spiritual community, is the fact that it's also based on religious factors. If someone is guided and attracted to lower energies, and another is guided and attracted to higher energies, you cannot assist each other. You cannot fulfill your soul's purpose. Confirmation. You cannot be in alignment. And this is why it will not succeed. You will never achieve forward movement based on vanity, based on what you can arrive at, what you can obtain materialistically. That is not the purpose of divine union. It's not in relation to ego, in relation to competition, in relation to I'm better than you, in relation to resentment, in relation to payback. It is not any of that. It was established to fulfill a soul's contract. And when religious factors come to play in disalignment, There is no future. Confirmation. There is no future because there is no foundation. You're in the direction and in the force of separation. Those of you that have not separated already. Many of you have. Praise God. Give thanks. Be in the spirit of gratitude. For if it was not that, you would not be in alignment with the will of God, and you would not be able to obtain the grace of God. So on your journey, seek to be in God's grace. That's what you want to be, your base. Confirmation. The next card be open to new ideas about. Invent a way to. That's giving me the energy that we all have areas that we can improve. We all have areas we can improve. We need to take opportunities to be open to new ideas and to customize it, right? To make it work for us, to invent it for ourselves. As you customize it, you invent it for yourself. That's necessary. Those of you that are confirmation, those of you that are ready to stay on the course. That doesn't mean that you'll never fall down or have moments of stagnation. It means that you're sold out. That is what you've decided. And it doesn't matter how many times you fall, you will get back up. If you're going to do anything on this journey, you might as well care for self. You might as well arrive at self-love. And a lot of people like to make that sound negative. Oh my goodness, that sounds like selfishness. Actually, it sounds healthy, because it is when you have in your cup, you can share what's in your cup. If you don't take the time to care for yourself, to protect yourself, to love yourself, to believe in yourself, you're not going to be able to give that to others. Why would you be giving others words of affirmations when you don't have any words of affirmations for yourself? Why would you be giving others love when you don't love yourself? When you don't have understanding for yourself? When you don't have patience for yourself? All of these things affect those that you are in a relationship with. And this is why one of the cards that came through is healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents, and that's just your parents. But there are other people that are influential in your life. Could be grandparents, it could be cousins, it could be teachers, it could be friends, it could be... Regardless, everyone has left some type of imprint. And until you heal what is still wounded by choice, because that's what it is. Healing is a choice. Healing begins with saying, I want to be healed. Those of you that don't know from where to begin, it begins with, I want to be healed. Then you seek ways, therapies, stories of how people healed. Then you cater it to you. For example, if someone needed to incorporate exercise in their regimen because they're an emotional eater, they rely on comfort foods when being faced with circumstances that appear to be overwhelming in their lives. And part of healing and overcoming emotional eating is making wiser choices, eating in appropriate proportion, but incorporating exercise. And you know you're not a runner, right? You don't like aerobics, right? But you like to swim, right? So this is the direction you go in. You cater to your likes. If you don't like to swim, with the excuse of, I don't want to get my hair wet. Those of you who are afraid of water because you melt. Maybe Pilates. Or some other form of cardio. But the point is, find what works for you. Those of you that are trying to learn or be more well-informed in some subject area, whether it's mental health, whether it is spirituality, and you feel you need to learn more, you feel there's some catching up that you need to do. If you don't like to read, there are audiobooks. If you don't like audiobooks, there are videos. If you don't like videos, you want more hands-on, there are conferences, there are retreats, there are choices, people. We all have choices. But one of the choices we like to employ is excuses. See, that's just keeping it real. It's excuses. But excuses is not a part of self-care, and it will not help you to arrive to self-love, and you will not arrive to what is ideal to you in relation to the love that's only a dream to you. Like you can't even fathom it. You can't even dream about it. It's just it's just romance books to you. It's just Hollywood to you. It's just unreal to you. Confirmation. But it is true. It is attainable. Trust me, it is. It's just hard work at arriving to it. It just depends on how much you want it. I'm hearing it's not only how much you want it with your life partner, it's how much you want that connection with God. It's how much you want that connection with self. So it's not based on selfish needs. It's based on the highest good of all. And that's why you've heard me mention before in previous podcasts that you don't search for love. You attract love by giving love. Next card is creative expression. Offers, invitations, romantic proposals, following your heart, affection, your ideal man or woman, full of new ideas and proposals. With all this in mind, don't neglect the foundation. Which is self-care, so you can arrive to self-love and be in the energy of co-creating and inviting the dream that you want to live while you're awake. What's interesting is the next card, mastery, skill development. I guess that's the objective here. For us to develop our skills in the areas of self-care and self-love, so we can be alert in areas that need our attention when it comes to decluttering. In order to arrive at or maintain our wellness in relations to mind, body, and soul. Now, one of the reasons why we have these talks as a community is because most of us have seen and or experienced toxicity at its finest. But as we grow, as we evolve, we understand the need to tweak those areas that no longer serve us. So we seek the truth. The truth is, it's sometimes harder to embrace healthy, right? Familiarity is comfortable. But the journey is inevitable and has to take its course. And those of us that choose not to go with the flow and want to stand up to the waves, we experience the next card. Grief. Those times we fall down in the water. Or we lose ground below our feet. Some of us even experience drowning. It's best not to fight the current. And learn to go with the flow of life as you do the next right thing. Don't just sit there or lay there or give up. As you go with the flow, continue doing the next right thing. That'll get you far. Do the next right thing. Declutter. Be patient. Have faith. And be in the energy of love. As discussed earlier, the next card is religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. As I mentioned earlier, if you're not on the same energy, when it comes to religious factors, it's not looking good. It's not even sounding good. It's not even going to be good. Because that's where you gain your strength, people. Gain your strength from what you believe in. How you see things. How you process things. How you understand things. Your values. Morals. The light you're in. Do you want to be in the light? Or are you more comfortable in the dark? You see, there's always an issue with someone who has issues with sleeping in the dark, and the other feels like they need a nightstand and they need some light. Suppose I need to wake up during the night. Suppose I need to Step out of the room for a minute. Suppose you see some things are very hard to compromise. That person who wants to sleep with the TV on because they need to hear something going. Another one that needs complete silence. Right? That person that needs to unwind before they go to bed because they want to have a good night's sleep, and the other that wants to be on the phone, cracking up and, interfering with the energy. See, so many things can influence togetherness. So if these things can interfere, imagine how religious factors can interfere. One person believes in righteousness, seeking God's faith. Gaining strength. Believing. Walking with. And the other believing in trickster spirits. And in the illusion that they're ahead of the game when they get paths cleared, illusion again, by demonic energies, forces, people, places, and things. There's disalignment there. Success will not be part of the journey if these two do not separate and be where they need to be. We're being called towards acceptance. There were choices and choices were made. And we have to be able to accept the choices. And respect the choices. Next card is health and healing. Part of health and healing is acceptance, y'all. What do you need to accept today? Think about it. Next card is book. You connect to your life purpose through your involvement with books. You guys are being encouraged to read, and not just read one book. I see a library of books. You know what books to read. Because I hear some of you saying, but I don't know what to read. I don't know where to start from. You know what to read, and I can explain. I'm sure you've heard me say before, go within. All your answers are within. And how this relates to this is, you need to follow your intuition. I can share a little bit of an experience I had. There was a book I was in search of, but there were several different authors and 7 different book titles. I just had a subject area in mind, but I didn't have an author in mind, as this was a new subject area. Not totally new, but new enough where I needed the basics. And so when I arrived at the bookstore, I asked to be guided to the right book. And I just went to that area of books. And as I just glanced at the shelves, I saw the book, people. When I saw the book, this is even before I picked it up. I just saw the book on the shelf. And I was guided to take that book, Confirmation. By bringing the energy I'm trying to find a way to help you to understand what I'm saying clearer. Basically, I was guided to a certain color. Now, all colors stand for a certain energy. Those of you who don't know that. Yellow has associations to happiness. White has associations to purity. And then there are those that have various meanings or understandings. Some people believe blue is associated with sadness. Others believe blue is an association to healing. And some people believe blue lends its energy to both parts. Just like red is associated to confidence and passion, it also can be associated to anger. All this to say, I was attracted to the energy of the book. And when I picked up the book, that was the book. Everything I needed to learn at that time, in that season, was available in that book. And this is why I ask you to lean more on your intuition. All right? The information you feel you need, just pray about it, that you will attract the information you need to be able to grow in whatever department you feel that you're lacking in, or that will benefit you to be in your highest good. Begin with the word of prayer and believe. Believe is more than half of the way. Okay? I think I think the community, the collective, needs healing. Because as I am viewing this spread, I see health and healing, right? Healing family issues, right? The next card is health. But the energy I'm getting from this is not just mental health. This is in relation to what you would discuss with your primary care provider. Those of you that have been neglecting that area, you have not been going in to get a checkup, or you have not been in compliance where you are not taking the medications that are being prescribed to you and so forth. This is definitely a sign that your health needs your attention. All right? We know your mental health needs your attention, but we now know your physical health. All right? Are you getting enough sleep? Are you eating right? Are you surrounded by negative energies, like those who love drama or anger, or, are you doing the next right thing when it comes to protecting your energy? Are you exposing yourself to things that interfere with your well-being, with your stress level, with your high blood pressure? Your health needs attention. Please hear that loud and clear. Your health needs your attention. Are you taking risks? Are you being safe? All of these factors play a part. And they're connected to your entire wellness. Because when your physical health is not up to par, it influences your mental health and your spiritual health. Imbalance is not in the department of self-care and doesn't bring you any closer to self-love. Wow. Spirituality to ultimately experience. Trusting your psychic knowledge of. Resulting from the indecision of or about. So, I remember once sharing with you guys that as you take care of your spiritual wellness, all areas are covered, as we are spiritual beings having a human experience. Correct? So, spirituality to ultimately experience. Because that's going to lend the energy of being in connection with your higher power, with Source, with God, and having and receiving downloads of where you at, where you going, where you need to be, what you need to do. All right, seeing things clearer with all of your sight. Okay, keeping you on track, keeping you in good faith. Trusting your psychic knowledge of, trusting your intuition, going by it, not allowing others to override what you know to be true. You feel it. You just know it. Some of you don't even know how. Well, God provides, okay? That's how. But respect that. Trust your psychic knowledge of. You have your own. But let me reiterate, like I mentioned last time, you better be in the spirit of prayer when it comes to discernment. When it comes to you requesting that God not let any other foreign energy interfere to bring confusion or any trickster influence. Filter out my messages. Make sure that I hear you alone. I want to channel you and you alone. And I only want to channel what's for my highest good. And I ask for protection from any other interfering trickster, masked, low vibrational influence. Those of you that are postponing it, I don't know what to choose. It sounds right to grow spiritually, but I like my vices. That's who I am, though. I'll never be able to just not be in any type of toxicity. That's not reality for me. That can't be done. Confirmation that some of you are thinking that way. However, God is power. God is love. God gives grace. So, I believe we came across another card regarding decision earlier. A decision needs to be made. What was it? Time to decide. Make a decision based on your heart's true desires. And here we go again with another card that says, resulting from the indecision or of or about. And I've shared this with you as well, which is indecision is a decision too. If you're instructed in a certain direction and you postpone it one day, and expiration of one day becomes no. And there you have it. And there comes the consequences. Resulting from indecision of or about. Keep that in mind. Procrastination is a decision. Some of you are sensitive. Mind, body, and soul. And you are being guided to be in the vibration or seek the guidance of those that cater to those needs. For example, one of the things that influence, if I continue listening to a teacher, of some sort, especially those of a religious background, if I don't sense a connection, if I don't hear your story, if you haven't been there, done that, if I'm just hearing textbook from you, if it's too commercialized, if it's too in seek of validation, we won't last, right? I want to know you understand me. I want to know that even with, for example, your sensitivity, that you have been able to overcome, you have been able to achieve those goals you've set for yourself. I have to know you've been there, you've done that. Or at least be in the energy as I get to know you better. You understand? So this is why confirmation, you cannot avoid self-reflection, because you don't know how to cater to your needs or what you even need if you don't know who you are. And so if you're honest with anyone today, begin with yourself, because that is what will help self. That is in the business of self-care. That will help you to arrive to self-love. Know your family, your soul's family. Know your energy. Like-mindedness is not enough. Are you practicing what you're preaching? Are you bearing fruit? Are you in your power? Are you manifesting? As you are protected, are you protecting? Are you guiding? Are you giving forward what you're receiving? All things to ponder upon. Next card is dreams, y'all. Lots of options, choices, multiple possibilities, opportunities. Fantasy, illusion, wishful thinking, imagination, hallucination. Meditation. There's nothing wrong with dreaming. It's a beautiful thing. But be careful you don't stay in the energy of illusion. Be careful you don't stay in the energy of wishful thinking. Because that will keep you in procrastination. And give you hallucinations. Of the opportunities thereof. I'm being told to tell you, get grounded. Be practical when necessary. You can think positive all you want. You can visualize all you want. You can say mantras all you want. It takes mind, body, and soul. For example, if you're in a relationship and you just believe your spirituality will carry you through. You don't have to invest yourself physically. You don't have to invest yourself mentally. You don't have to invest yourself in any magnitude. But I believe, I have faith, I trust God. That's illusion. That's wishful thinking. That's procrastination. That's hallucination. Regardless of your meditation. That's not a battle you will win. Many of us are being awakened to traps that were set for us. And as we heal our spiritual selves, we are making wiser choices and living a much better life. It's true what they say when they say knowledge is power. Successful, wealthy, stability, security. It's a choice, y'all. It's a choice, then following suit. Doing the next right thing. Again, you're being called to prayer. That's the next card. Prayer. All right, in association to, in addition to building yourself and maintaining your complete wellness. And by the depiction of this card, I'm seeing that you need to pray for all the departments of your life, not just one. When you pray for all, you achieve balance. So don't over-focus on just one area and neglect another, because they all are connected. They all influence each other. All right? Let your friends help you. And by the looks of this card, angelic friends. Ask for and accept support of others. Some of them come in the form of angelic support. Sometimes they come in form of earth angels. Sometimes they come in form of your children, your divine soul partner. God will guide you, but you must ask. All right? And you must accept the support. Now, one of the ways of achieving that is maintaining your high vibration. As a matter of fact, the next card is choose peace. That means walking away from drama, disregarding ego, just laying that down, choosing your peace, choosing your health, your mental health, your physical health, your spiritual health. Some battles are not worth fighting. They're just not worth it. They were of no benefit. So sometimes instead of choosing your battles wisely, choose not to battle. Matter of fact, the next card is support. Your life purpose fully supports you. Yeah, sometimes you need to just go with it. Recall your priorities. All right? Be in alignment with your life purpose. That will support you to continue to grow and move forward in your journeys. I like that the next card is wisdom. Wiser choices. Support you. So think before you act. Weigh it out. What will happen if it doesn't work out? What will the consequences be? How would I feel? How would I retaliate? What type of rage would I be in if I was subjected to that? What if this type of energy connects to me and my bloodline? Yes, think before you act. That's wise. The next card is communicate, analyze. It's kind of repeating what I just said. Let your mind tell you how to. See, when you think about it, when you're thorough, when you let wisdom support you in your decision making, when you declutter what no longer serves you, when you've experienced the lessons and you've ended the cycles in relation to you might win some, but you just lost one. Confirmation. Learn your lessons. When you see you continue to find yourselves in the same predicaments, experiencing the same things, doing the same things, inflicting the same hurts, or finding yourself victimized, analyze, right? Communicate with self. Have you had enough yet? Okay, what you gonna do now so this doesn't happen again? What door did you leave unopened that caused this? Or open rather, that caused this? What door do you need to close? What ways you can establish more of a filtering system that you can depend on when allowing others in your circle? Let your mind tell you how to. All the answers are within. Be open to them. Be open to them, accept them, and let them support you. Okay? When you're in that mindset, you achieve the next card, victory. Your prayers have been heard and answered. Have faith. Okay? Have faith. I'm being told to say that again. Have faith. Someone needs to have faith. It's not over. Man's rejection is God's protection. Accept what it is and keep going. Didn't I say have faith? The next card is justice. Some of you are owed a lifetime of justice. I get what I give. That's the affirmation. I get what I give. Karmic justice, consequences, legal disputes, law, truth, honesty, integrity, cause and effect, life lessons. A lot of you are under a philosophy that karma isn't real, and then you got slapped in the face. Can't deny it. I know you've been saying it. Oh, karma isn't real. We don't believe that in this religion. We don't believe that, but you're experiencing that. You're experiencing that in this religion, right? Religion, you call it. Goes in hand with the next card, Joker. Anybody who believes karma isn't real is a joker. Okay? The joke's on you though, but you're a joker. That's your description. Karma is very real. In fact, the justice card is a yes. All right? It's very real. There are consequences. Be careful what you put out, because that's what you attract. Some life lessons are life-changing. That's why the cycle ends. You understand? Next card is trickery. See, some people... You ever heard some people are hard-headed? Yeah, some people are hard-headed. Confirmation. Some people are hard-headed. Some people need to get left back. Some people need to retake. Some people like to learn the hard way. And so even if in recognition that karma is real, they're going to keep telling themselves, no, it's not. It's coincidence. Oh, it's karma for something else. It's not karma, it's this, it's that. I got away with that before, so I didn't get no karma then, so karma's not real. Well, it's very hard to get yourself out of the trickster spirit. That's why some doors you just don't open. Because it's very hard to close. But those of you that still find yourself surrounded by those or in a setting, in an environment experiencing such circumstances over and over, declutter, all right? In the energy of declutter, you might win some, but you just lost one. Be the one that gets lost from that trickster spirit. Don't wait on them to leave, because they're not going to leave. That energy comes with perseverance. The goal is to trick you So you need to do what's best for you. And ghost them. No explanations. No back and forth. No apologies. Bye. None of that. See, the goal is wellness, right? Mind, body, and soul. All right? Survival of the fittest, right? Arguing back and forth with that narcissist will not assist. That's not an argument. You will win. And so this is why you need to conserve your energy for your self-care. Conserve your energy to have enough of it to continue your energy towards self-love. Don't give them more and more and more and more opportunities to create chaos in your life just in the name of, but they need closure. What do you need today? Who's taking care of your needs? How is that in association with self-care? How much do you prioritize self-love? Those are just questions. Questions to ask yourself. As a matter of fact, the next card is unrequited love. There's not enough love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry. Since I did say love, there are no coincidences, right? That's just a side note. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Some people seek relationships for gain, for wishes. There's a stigma associated to confirmation to women. When they choose not to settle, they're called gold diggers. We're neglecting that there are also male gold diggers. It's better to be a gold digger, G-O-A-L, than a gold digger, G-O-L-D. Okay? Don't sell yourself short. That's a word only directed to the wise. Don't sell yourself short. Okay? I like how this card says, work your magic. And we just spoke of gold digging, G-O-A-L. You manifest your goals by writing them down, by having them in eyesight, view. Whether you put them on your fridge, on your mirror, in your planner, whatever it is, you need to write down your goals. I will practice self-care each and every day. My goal is to arrive to self-love. I will practice self-care by doing such and such, and so forth. It starts with the word. Actually, it starts with the thought, right? And then the word. Written or spoken, preferably both. Because with affirmation, you continue to energize your forward movement. Work your magic, people. You're magical. Accept it. Next card is you communicate intuitively. Trust your inner guidance. Your intuitive communication is part of your life's work. That speaks for itself. Those of you that carry that energy, you don't even need to know people well. They're always willing to step to you and share their life stories. They see the light in you, right? And that's what you are called to do. But in that process of giving back, in that process of sharing your light, in that process of raising the vibration, make sure yours is raised. Make sure your light is lit. Make sure you're practicing self-care. Make sure you're loving yourself first. You can only give from a cup that's full. That's why there is time to give, and then there is time to take. There is time to work, and then there is time to rest. There is time to focus, and then there is time to play. There is a place and time for everything. Balance is the fruit of the universe. Next card is High Priestess. A High Priestess is in the energy of balance. Okay? They bring forth the fruit of the universe. Okay? And this is why they attract wisdom. They attract wisdom and maintain their health in every area. They follow their intuition. They're connected to the spirit world. They have foresight. They teach the gift of healing. They are important members of society. They are called they were born to be. And this is why they respect themselves, and in that energy gain respect. Next card is be realistic about, be concerned about you must wait before you can. Okay, be realistic about who are you? Who are you? Are you authentically you? What do you see in your reflection? Be concerned about if you're off track. Be concerned about if you were in an illusion. Be concerned about if you have a hesitation when it comes to self-love. All right? Be an acceptance that you must wait before you can arrive at a new cycle, because you are hesitating in taking the steps needed to fulfill your lesson. You are not applying self-care. You are not doing self-reflection. You are in balance. You're not in alignment. Your will is not in alignment with God's will. You must be in alignment before you can. All right? Next card is your loved ones in heaven are doing fine. Let go of worries and feel their loving blessings. Okay. Those of you with memories of yesterday, of those that have transitioned in some way. As much as you hold these memories, remember yourself, because they're doing just fine. It's time for you to get in line. Those that were in the energy of love want that for you. And the last card for today, my fellow travelers, is returning to one's roots. Children, childhood memories, past influences, nostalgia, reunions, playfulness, innocence, goodwill, simplicity, sharing gifts, support. That's all part of the journey. I'm hearing everything works out for those that love God. So whatever your memories, whether they were experiences in the energy of naivete, immaturity, you can learn to program yourself, reprogram yourself, or reparent yourself to stop looking towards self with the eyes of judgment, but begin looking towards self through the eyes of love. Accept things for what they are what they were and what they're going to be. It's the journey. Love yourself in spite of. Keep going. Carry the good memories with you, right? And what needs to be released, release them. Release them tongue twist. Release them mind, body, and soul, right? Those of you that cannot let yesterday go, it may be time for you to go to counseling. It may be time for you to also, not in substitute of, but also confirmation, also write about your feelings. Gain healing from music therapy, from art therapy, water therapy. Enjoy the therapies. But be in the focus of healing. Because that is self-care, and that will assist you to arrive to your whole back, which is self-love. Until you are in the energy of self-love, you will experience a season of blockage when it comes to manifesting your best life. There's no ways of escaping it. There's no ways of cheating. There's no ways of stealing. All those ways are illusions. And I will continue to repeat it as I'm called to do so. If I want to spread the energy of healing, I have to share the truth. And the truth is, only you can set yourself free. And it begins with leaving denial. Accepting, there needs to be a change, right? Things are not working right. I'm not really happy. I'm just fronting. I'm tired. I'm tired of living like this. I'm ready for a change. I want to do things different. I want to grow up. I want to man up. I want to woman up. I want to break generational curses. I want to be a better example for my kids. What do you want? Is it money? Is it power? Is it fame? Or is it grace on your journey? Be well. Peace.